Hello everyone, thank you so much for watching. Today's tutorial is going to be the makeup look I'm wearing right now. What I did was a pretty neutral lid and I did purple on the lower lash line. So it came out really cool looking. If you guys want to see how I got the look, then just please keep watching. Alrighty, so to start off my eye, I already have it prepped with my Urban Decay concealer. I just buffed that out and then I went in with this Morphe palette. It is the 35W. And I went in with this color right here and I put that in my crease with this Morphe brush. It's the M441, I believe. I don't know, it's been washed off, like rubbed off. So I'm going to go ahead and take some of that product and go ahead and put that in the crease of my eye. And I'm just gonna buff that in there. Okay, so on to the next color. I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to be using the color Warm Taupe right down here. And I'm going to use it on the Morphe brush. I don't know, this one's also been all rubbed off. I don't remember, I think it's the M441, I believe. I'm going to take some of that Warm Taupe on there. And I'm just going to buff this all over my lid. And a tiny bit up onto the crease. After that, I was going to stop there for the lid color so I could do the purple on the bottom because I like to have a neutral lid if I'm going to do a pop of color on the bottom lash line. But then I decided to grab out of the Morphe, the 35W palette, I decided to grab this purple color here in the middle. It has like a brown undertone. It doesn't come out purple. So I decided to take that color and I'm going to put that here in the inner corner and kind of blend that out to about this part of my eye. That's where I'm going to place it. So it has just like a little purple like tinge to it, but nothing like too extreme. There's also, like I said, like that brownish taupey undertone to it, so it's not going to be like a bright purple on the lid of your eye and then purple on the bottom. So it kind of helps just bring a little bit of that color to the top, and then just kind of blend that in. For the highlight, I'm going to grab the Morphe. This is going to be the 35P palette. And I'm going to take this color here as a highlight on the inner corner and on the brow. I did take, I took this little tiny brush. It's out of a Coastal Scents little brush kit I had. It's the second to smallest one that was in there. And I took a little bit on the brush and I started in the inner corner. Then it wasn't giving me the pigment payoff that I wanted. So I took a little bit on my finger and then I just dabbed it in there, and that gave me a little bit more of what I was looking for. I noticed with shimmers a lot of the times that you could get a brush wet and they'll come off with a lot of pigment, or you could just use your finger and it just kind of warms up the color, and it just, I don't know if it's like the oils from your hands and your face help make that color pop more, but those are two little tricks with shimmers that you can do to get a little bit more color payoff. The brush I did use here on the brow bone though. And then I just took the brush and helped kind of blend that out a little bit more than what I could with my finger. Okay, so then once that was on, I needed to go back in and kind of refresh those colors that were in the inner corner because that highlight color kind of dimmed them up. So just going in to refresh them and revive those colors a little bit. I'm just taking the brushes. There's no additional product on these brushes. I'm just using what was ever left on there to buff back in. So then for the lower lash line, let me close these. I started using this brown brow pencil that I always use. And I started initially lining my bottom lash line, and about, let me see, it was about this much on the other eye that I realized that I didn't want it to turn that purple a brown color, so I stopped and I grabbed this one by Rimmel. It's just their white, and I finished putting more of this on the bottom lash line. I thought this would help maybe pop the purple a little bit better as well. So for the purple color on the bottom, I used the Morphe 35P palette, and I grabbed into this color. This was the initial color. This is the one I used the most, and then to make it a little bit more purple, I grabbed this one, and then at the very end, I mixed this one, and a tiny bit of this one to get it a little bit more purple. You could use just this one, or this one, or this one, but I just like the way that all three of these mix together and kind of put on top of each other and the depth that they gave each other. So that is how I got the bottom lash line for myself. So initially I'm starting with that very top purple color I showed you, and it's just by itself. I'm tapping off all the extra because since I already have my face makeup on, if there's any fallout, I want the most minimal amount of fallout possible so that way it doesn't shriek or spread purple on my cheek. Layer of my bottom lash line, I'm going to use the same purple and then the next purple down. I mixed the two of them. Alrighty, so after I did that, I took a little bit more of the purple color out of that 35W palette, and I kind of used that to help give it a little bit of the brown color from the top so it kind of blend in together. And I didn't use it on top. Sorry, I have a little mirror here. I used it right underneath the colors to kind of blend them out. This will help kind of blend it or kind of bring the two colors from the lid to the bottom lash line together. And I also use this to kind of help blend up in here in the outer corner. Alrighty, so the next step I did was put on some lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and throw on some lashes, and then I'll come back and walk you guys through each step that I did to finish out the eye. So I'll be right back. For the next step, I did just glue on my lashes. So what I did next was take a black eyeliner. This one's by Rimmel, and I'm just going to line my eyelash line on the top underneath the lashes. And I'm just going to do this by blinking and moving it at the same time. And this is going to help bring some dimension to your eyes. I always do this step after doing my eyelashes. I honestly used to do this before, but I've been obsessed with doing it after lashes just because I feel like the fake eyelashes help just kind of cling on to some of that black, and then I'll show you why as well. It's going to be the very next thing I do actually. I used to use black eyeliner on the top and the bottom and then smudge out the black, but it just got too dark and it's just not my vibe anymore, so I stopped doing that. But I like the depth that it brings to the bottom lash line, so I'll show you right now what I do. So I take the black, I'm going to set that to the side, and I'm going to take the brown liner, and I'm going to go over the top. I'm going to go right over the same black I just put on there. This helps smudge out the black. I feel like it doesn't make it as like up close I can see like little like black chunks of mascara. This helps kind of just smooth everything out, smudge it out. I can bring it out a little bit further to make like a little wing liner with the black liner. And then what I do next is I take this brown liner and it grabs some of the black on the top. So I'm going to use the same spot of the pencil where I smudged out the top lash line, and I'm going to put that on the bottom lash line, and that brings just enough black to the bottom to where it helps my eyes get a little bit more smoky, and then so you'll put the black on and it'll come off, and then the brown will start coming through, and it just helps smudge it out and smoke it out. So I just kind of look up and I place the pencil where I had it on the top, just put it on the bottom, and then just start buffing it in. Alright, so liquid liner is on. I did go ahead and just do a wing, and then now I'm going to go ahead and just put some mascara on, and that's going to finish out the look. Before I put mascara on though, I'm going to go ahead and just take a fluffy brush and just kind of dust underneath my eyes, make sure all that fallout is gone. And then I'm going to go ahead, like I said, put some lashes on. Sorry, mascara on. I always put mascara on after I do my lashes. I know a lot of people put mascara on before, but I don't know. It's so much faster and easier for me to do it afterward. Alrighty guys, so after mascara, your look is complete. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and if you recreate this look, please tag me or something so I can see how you recreated it, whether you use a blue, a green, a purple, yellow, orange, whatever color you chose to do. I would love to see. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!